everybody, and welcome back to AlexElliottGolf, and welcome to the channel if you're a brand new viewer. Today's video is all about testing Matt Wolff's swing, young professional out on the PGA Tour and just won recently on the PGA Tour also. So fantastic player, but he has a very quirky swing. We've all seen his swing on the Instagram, out here, really shallow and through. So today's video, I'm going to go through the bag and actually test his swing and see if I can actually do it. But also we're going to see something that we could actually all take from his swing, and which for you slicers out there may actually help you. So stay later in the video to see that. So what do you think of Matt Wolff's swing? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Let's get straight into it. What do we actually see in his golf swing which is really interesting and not kind of what we call our textbook? Now for me, I don't believe there's actually a textbook way to swing the golf club. We've got to have a swing which is repeatable and gives us the desired ball flight. That is ultimately what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve out on the golf course. So what does his swing look like? Well, firstly, when we see him at his driver, now from what I've read on the internet, now he does this extra pump and he feels like he gets a little bit more use of the ground, or this gives him a little bit more distance with driver. So what do we see with driver? We see a little bit of pump to the top, lead heel off the ground, cross line at the top, a massive amount of rotation with the hips and the shoulders, unbelievable amounts of rotation. In transition, a lot of rotation, strong lead wrist, shallow golf club, strong face, and certainly a lot of speed through the golf ball. So I'm going to try and go through the bag and actually see if I can actually do this move. I don't know if I can. It's now time to try it out. And then later in the video we're going to talk about what we could take away. So we're going to hit a driver, 7-iron and pitching wedge and just see if we can actually make this move. So firstly, let's hit the driver. So I'm going to try whatever, this is what we're trying to achieve. Let's see if we can do it. Pump, pump. Well, that was a little bit left. Feels an incredible amount of rotation that did. So, not the best first shot there for me. So let's hit the 7-iron now. I think I might have to come back to that driver at the end and actually have another go at that. So what feels absolutely strange is the amount of rotation in the backswing. Now, if we actually look at Jack Nicklaus as well, with the footwork, his lead heel come off the ground, that's something Jack Nicklaus used to do. But for me, as kind of what we kind of see is, well, my era when I was taught as a young junior, we always had to be textbook and very much not allowed to display our flair. Whereas I think a lot more now during coaching, we should let people display their flair and swing it how they want. As long as it's efficient and produces the right ball flight repeatedly, there's nothing wrong with that. So I may swing it differently to the way I do if I was actually predominantly allowed to show my flair. I'm not saying I'm unhappy with how I swing it. I just think a lot of the time people are taught a certain model and they've got to stick to that. So okay, the iron shot. This could be very, very interesting. To the top, down. Okay. Don't know if I can hit the shot here. Really nice shot, that one actually. Whether it's actually like Matt Wolff at the top, I couldn't actually tell you, but it certainly feels very, very bizarre to me. So actually that felt a little bit easier with an iron than it did the driver. Now probably because it's a little bit longer, a little bit harder to control. So what does Matt Wolff do in his golf swing which actually we could actually learn something from? I'm not saying about the backswing, okay, yes it is a little bit uncharacteristic, but in the downswing there's something that we all could learn. Let me hit this last one, let's talk through that. So again, we're going to feel, that's what we're trying to feel. Hit up here, transition and through. So really try and over exaggerate that move. Again, a pretty nice shot. Now there's actually a lot of thoughts, gone quite a long way as well, there's a lot of thoughts going through my head in order to try and hit the shot there because it's not something I do. But the reason why I'm doing this video, yes it's fun to try and swing it like Matt Wolff because he does swing it in his own unique way, which I give him full credit for, and I really think the way he swings it is fantastic in the downswing. It's so good. I think this is where I want to get into now and really think about how we could apply this to our own golf game. So we know it looks a little bit quirky with driver in terms of how he looks at the top of the backswing and his whole pump move and actually what he does. But But what can we learn? So what I want to take away from this, and what I want you guys to listen to here, is the move and the feeling in transition. So in transition, predominantly a lot of people see this move: overplaying, cup lead wrist, out to in, open face, causing those slices off to the right. Now, what I want you to feel is, now, how could we add the Matt Wolff move in the downswing? So what I want you to feel is that now we swing to the top, however we actually do that, could we feel a move that works this way? So feeling that the logo of my glove works down towards the ground, so I'm feeling as though I'm strengthening this face and shallowing this club. Because if we look at him from the backswing into transition, it's here, here, and through. So how could we apply that to our golf game? Now this is a really nice simple drill I want you to do. I'm going to swing it to the top, I'm going to add in the Matt Wolff move, swing it through. So we're really looking to feel as though this club shallows. As we do this, we feel as though this lead wrist strengthens. So my feeling of strengthening this is my logo points down towards the ground at last parallel here. It's not going to, but that's the feeling we're going to try and really achieve. So to the top, feel it, swing it up, hit it away. So let's try that now. So we're going to go for my backswing, but that feeling in the downswing, and I really want you to take away from that feeling of shallowing and strengthening the face. And this is the point of the video. I want you to take away from his downswing. He shallows the club, he strengthens the face, and he's got a hell of a lot of body rotation. So if we actually added in a feeling for the body rotation as we do this, would be strength and shallow, belt buckle towards the target. And that'd be exactly what I want you to feel. So again, let's try that drill. To the top, strength and shallow, belt buckle towards target. A little bit like that. And what he does is, because he can shallow this club and strengthen this face, and he's got a lot of rotation, we see very little of this face being rolled through impacts. And ultimately, it's a little bit like DJ through the ball. It's very much this way. It's not like our traditional kind of like roll of these forearms. It's very much a body and arms release, very much synced up through the golf ball. And being able to shallow and strengthen that face will really get him a ton of speed too. And the way he does it, he has certainly a ton of speed, but also a ton of control. And the only way you can have control is having the good body and arms matched up. So again, let's try it again. So what we want to get away from today's video is the feeling in the downswing. We've had some fun trying to replicate this move. I've certainly found it very hard, but what I want you to get away from today's video is this feeling here. So in transition, belt buckle feels like it's starting towards target, and I'd always feel like I'm starting from the ground up. So my go-to feeling in the downswing, and to start the downswing, is belt buckle starts to work towards target. And as we do this, we strengthen the face, shallow the club, hit through with a little bit of speed. And as we get a little bit more confident in this, we can actually start to go through the gears and really feel like, okay, we get to driver, and hopefully we start to see a little bit of a straighter ball flight, and stop seeing those ones missing off to the right. Because if we've got a stronger face, and hopefully we start seeing that slice curvature. So let's give this one a go. Again, we're going to drill this one to the top. Belt buckle to target up, hit away. And a little bit left, but really nice strike again. And for me there, if we've got a position where we're shallowing and we're strengthening, then we're not going to miss it off to the right. We're going to be in a position that looks a little bit more this way, as opposed to a position that looks categorically what a lot of people come to the lesson tee and struggle with. It's a little bit overplaying, a little bit cut with the lead wrist, and an out to in path. And what he does is, he's the absolute opposite to that. He's very much a little bit underplaying, very strong face, and has a ton of body rotation to help him square that face. But what I want to get away from today's video, and please take this away and have a think about it and go, okay, he swings it quirky, but at impact and at last parallel through to the parallel just after the golf ball is absolutely awesome for me. It is up there with the best in the world. Now, it might not look like that to you guys, but it's definitely up there for me. So the feeling we're going to try and take away from Matt Wolff's swing is to the top, shallow and strengthen, swing through towards target, and really try that pump drill. So to the top, feel it, up, release. Thank you guys for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. This is me trying to hit shots like Matt Wolff. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a comment down below, and if you've had a go at this and what you want to take away from this, shallow on the club, strengthen the face. See you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.